This is it. This is going to be the finale of this fight. Katakuri versus Luffy. And the one thing I think we can all agree on, even though we haven't got this introduction, I hope we get the best animators for this fight, especially the chapter we got coming up next week. There is no break. So, Luffy, and I'm not going to say I told you so because it was kind of predictable anyway that Luffy was going to unleash Gear 4 and a new mode has been confirmed from Luffy. So I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm getting major flashbacks to Luffy versus Doflamingo, where he unleashed Gear 4, Pound Man. The hype before that chapter was unreal, unlike anything we've ever seen in One Piece. The execution was great, so I can't wait to see this go down. Start off with the cover page, and surprisingly, probably the best part of the Leo cover stories we've gotten yet, because we come to find out the Tantaras are actually accompanying, I guess, King Riku to the revelry. So I don't know if they're there yet, but that's going to be interesting world building. So I can't wait to see what happens there. If they attend the revelry, will they cause a ruckus? Depending on what happens. So we know for a fact we're going to the revelry after this arc, and we can assume by chapter 900 this arc is going to be resolved, especially with the way this chapter was laid out. So while the fight between the real worlds is going on, and you can sense that Oda is wrapping up the pieces gradually for the finale of this arc, because you have the events in the mirror world, you had what's going on with Sunny, you have what's going on with Sanji and Pudding, they're on Arabian, going to the final mirror where Luffy's only escape, and that's why Sanji's going, because he realizes he's got to take them out, because he's going to be there to save his captain, because whatever Luffy's going to unleash, he's not going to have the energy to deal with Oven and the rest are guarding that mirror. So that's going to be interesting. We still have Capone on the run from Big Mom, I guess the wedding cake. And the thing about this is Chiffon is actually thinking through, because even if she eats the wedding cake and goes back to normal, she could chase the Straw Hats. So the further she gets from them, the better. So that's why they're not going to Liquor Town, trying to go to Puff Town. And I'm assuming that's Cream Puff Town. So, and we still have to get the introduction to we still have to get to see the Vince Smokes again. So either they're going to appear where Sanji is, or they're going to help out against Smoothie, because Smoothie's awaiting, I guess, the Sunny, the shooting cannons, and they're dodging. I like the transitions while this is going over. We'll go back and forth to the mirror world, and time is a key factor in this chapter, because once this is going, and an hour plus is left on the clock for the meeting time. I think Luffy by the end is going to meet with Sanji by that point, just because of what we've seen in this arc already. And not only that, it's like there's going to be a time limit, no question, with Luffy's mode. But the question is, what's going to be the drawback? And we start off with the flashback, which I enjoyed this. We actually got some more interactions between Luffy and Rayleigh, with Luffy's training of observation hockey. He's blindfolded, trying to sense where Rayleigh's going to be, but he can't do it. Instead, he starts sniffing where Rayleigh's food is. He tries to punch where he's at, and instead he punches his food, and Rayleigh gets pissed off. And Luffy's able to sense Rayleigh's anger. So that's one part of observation hockey. So I'm glad we're getting this. I hope we get more. The question I have is, did he come up with Snake Man during the time skip, or is it something that Luffy made on the fly? Because it looks to me with Tank Man, that's exactly what happened there, because he ate so many biscuits, he came up with Tank Man. Pound Man, we know for a fact, or Bounce Man, we know for a fact he came up with that to survive the animals. And there's actually one part where he says, "No, get back, you guys, I don't want to eat anything because I gave Ray my word." That's unlike Luffy, because if he wanted to eat, he would do it. But so that's kind of cool from Luffy. We saw that with Sanji in this arc, so he's not going to eat anything unless it comes from Sanji's hand. But this is giving me mad Doflamingo vibes against Luffy. So this can end up in a real good way. So I don't know. And Luffy's trying to dodge the Gatling. He gets nailed by Black Mochi, but he's still able to dodge one attack. So that's kind of cool. He's more and more becoming in tune with the future scene observation hockey. I really actually foreshadowed this with someone like Katakuri, because they said there's people iterating. There's like more than one person that could probably do this. There's one have a small glimpse of the future, seeing observation hockey. I don't know if he's ever met Katakuri, but he's definitely referring to him. But the fact that Katakuri is how Luffy's able to like get in tune with this, it shows me. I know it makes Katakuri seem less important if there's people out there, but maybe it's not so far fetched. I mean, it's hard to think that Kaido has a subordinate who can't do the same thing. So we'll see how that goes on Wano, and it's becoming clearer and clearer. We are headed for the end of this arc, but possibly by spring at this rate. Last legs, and like I said, Luffy, whatever this mode has to be, it has to rely on speed because Luffy cannot dodge Katakuri's attacks. That's the problem, and I've been saying that since the beginning of this fight. Luffy can match his features see an observation hockey, but if you can't dodge, what good is that? So this has to rely on speed, and this iterates the question: does Luffy have a further mode in Gear 4? Because now this confirms that Luffy has 3 modes in Gear 4: Power Man, Tank Man, and now Snake Man. Apparently, so I don't know what this is going to look like, but the hype is the same as what we got when we first got Power Man. So we still, as we go back to, like I said, we go to Sunny and we find out they're getting shot at by a Smoothie. Because of Jinbei, they have to dodge the attacks, and Jinbei's like, yo, I'm leaving it up to you, Navigator, to get us out of the pinch. So I don't know if Jinbei's going to put up a fight against Smoothie, or because Sanji's not there. Sanji's with Pudding. We did get an interesting comment when Sanji was like, yo, I'm going to be there to save my captain. Pudding is fronting up the ass because obviously he's complimenting Pudding because I wouldn't have been able to get this far if it weren't for you. You've helped me out in so many ways. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if Pudding is actually, because they keep teasing like, oh, people are going to think we're a married couple. Is Pudding going to be with Sanji by the end of this arc? Because what else is there for Pudding to be? What else, unless Pudding is going to somehow sacrifice himself to save Sanji? I can't see any other way. She's going to be brought back into the story unless she's with Sanji in some form or fashion. So fingers crossed. So I'm just gonna. I thought that's kind of interesting. Also, we get introductions to more Charlotte family members outside the mirror, and the one that stood out to me the most. So we get introduced to Brownie. We get introduced to, I guess, was it like 30 to 34 daughters of the Charlotte family, the Ducliplets. So I'm guessing that's 10 twins or something. So Raisin, Yuen, Joconde, and this is the one that surprised me. Snacks. So the one that got taken down by Arouge, is back on Whole Cake Island and it's 600 mils. So that's the same. That's just underneath Sabo. So and remember, Uroga was able to take him out. So that could spell a 1v1 fight versus Sanji. There's still enough time for this if Oda plays his cards right, and I think he will, judging by this chapter. So that's got to be push. Plus you have Oven there as well. So like I said, I definitely see the Vince Boats coming in to help out Sanji. That would be a great way to end the arc. I don't know what, like I said, I want to know what Pudding's going to be doing after this arc as well, because she has an interesting ability that could help or be a problem to the Straw Hats if somebody else gets their hands on her. And I've already stated that could be Blackbeard, knowing how devious he is, but we'll see. Then, like this is going back and forth, and by the way, Carrot's awake, so that's kind of cool. He asks how Luffy's doing with his fight with Katakuri. So, and Chopper brings up an interesting question about, oh, could Nekomamushi and Inuarashi actually do the same thing you do with the, I guess, the Sulong with the full moon? And I'm guessing yes, but we won't see that until Wano, so I can't wait for that. An army of big stood up against Kaido's boys, boy. Whole Cake Island's going to be ended pretty soon. I think that's obvious after this chapter. So I don't know what this is going to look like, but the hype is real. Boy, Luffy about to go Super Saiyan 3. It's going to be something else. I can't wait for that. That's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. Like this review if you did appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.